What is going on, everybody? TG here, back with another video. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Unfortunately, if you are a Virgin Galactic holder, you are not having a great day today. Things looked amazing over the weekend. Yesterday, history was made when Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Galactic, successfully reaches space in his test flight, but shares dropped hard today after the company is going to sell $500 million in stock afterwards. Now, this is not the only reason that the stock is down. This is a common misconception. This actually is pretty good for the company. The company needed to do this if they want to continue to innovate and use this capital for good. One of the biggest reasons that I want to stress the importance of is something called sell the news. Now, before we jump in this video, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would mean a ton to me. Just again, helps the channel out, helps me grow, and it helps you guys get some good quality videos if you're into that type of stuff. But today was a typical sell the news type of event. Last week we saw Virgin Galactic absolutely soar. As you guys can clearly see, the stock was just, on fire this past month in anticipation for this. The stock was up about 46% in just about 2 weeks. And then obviously today it did come crashing down because everyone was anticipating this flight was being a success, hence why the stock rallied almost 50%. And when it actually happened, it was a typical sell the news type of event. We see this with earnings a lot as well. A company will post, amazing earnings, but, a couple days before, the company's up 6-7%. The earnings come out and the stock dips like 1% or stays flat or even goes down farther depending on how high the company actually ran up. And we're seeing a lot of people on Wall Street Bets take some massive hits from SPCE because of this. I don't exactly understand why people would be buying $70 calls when the stock is trading at a high of maybe 52, 55 here. Why buying, $70 calls that expire this week after the stock has already run up so much? That's a different type of risk management that, you may have to address in going down in the future. But, essentially what you're really looking at here is, anticipation buildup and then what actually happens afterwards. Did they beat expectations? Did they was this flight so successful that it is now groundbreaking for others and they're announced something big? That's what you have to ask yourself. What could possibly happen that can make the stock go up more than 50%? Like I said, literally in June, the stock ran up, well over 55%, cooled down a little bit, and then went right back there again, up huge. Companies worth over $10 billion. Now, I'm not bashing Virgin Galactic at all. Let me get that straight. I think what they're doing is genius. And is eventually going to be something very big one day. But it's already worth $10 billion. They don't make any money yet. They're very unprofitable. They lose a ton of money. So right now things are rough. And you look at the financials in the company, losing $130 million, losing $500 million. They lose a ton of money. So obviously they have to issue shares like they're doing here to raise money because they're not making it through revenue of their company. They have to do it in forms of issuing shares, which is also known as dilution. So we see things like this, like our man first bestseller, taking a little bit of a hit today on these calls. They do expire in August. We went a little bit farther at least, but still these calls are pretty darn bad. So again, guys, it's a sell the news type of event, and I want to stress the importance of that. If a stock runs up big before an event, do not buy it. Most of the time you're either going to get IV crushed or it's going to be a sell the event type of thing. And that's why so many of you guys are losing so big today on SPCE because it had a big pre-anticipatory run-up and then the big event happened and it was like people thought a success. But again, that's what they already thought. That's why the stock was up in the first place. I've been on the back end of this many times, with different earnings and stuff like that. But it's one of the reasons why you want to go longer term. Playing short term can get you beat up badly. I learned that lesson with Baba and Amazon over the years. But, one of the things you have to look at is, well, what's going to happen after this? Now, it's trading towards the low of the days now at about 41.60, which is literally basically the low of the day right now. So, could be a good time to get in. But personally, I'm going to stay away from this. I actually have a lot of cash on the side now. I'm being very safe because I don't know what's going to happen. I have, the majority of my money in Baba and Apple. Baba is even for the day, was down a lot more. Apple did hit a 52-week high earlier this morning, then pulled back some, but I'm holding that long term. I'm not too worried about that. So, but I'm going long term because in the short term you can get absolutely destroyed, as we've seen with Baba. Baba got derailed over 27% just in a little bit, and from its highs in last October, a lot more than that. So, I'm playing it long term, trying to play smart, and trying to preserve capital, which is just as important as making money sometimes, is preserving what you have left, because wealth is a way to make wealth. And if you don't have wealth, it's harder to make it that way. So, again, preserve capital, think about longer term, and understand what sell the news type of events are. Again, Virgin Galactic is a perfect example of this. Everyone bought up huge last week in anticipation of this big event. The event happened. It was a success. It made history, but again, it was already baked in. So what happens? The stock plummets. So you end up bag holding for a very, very long time. Now, obviously, in a couple of years, you'll be like, oh, wow, $40, that was a great price to get in. But again, you may have to wait some time. So you can, average down. If you have short-term calls, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe cut your losses if it's short-term, but depending on how much you're down, you might as well just write it out. Buy equity, shares, and just hold that thing. Hedge yourself, sell some puts. If you're super bullish on it, I'd sell a put. Sell a $40 put, get paid big while implied volatility is pretty high. Stock's down a lot, could be a great opportunity. So, anyways, guys, I just wanted to brief about that, talk about that. But, if you want to talk more, come into the Discord, link in the description below. We call out a bunch of this stuff. We talk about stocks and different events that are happening in the community. Plus, I'd love to chat with you guys and get to know some of you guys. It's awesome to have a good community of people and traders. And if you guys need someone to talk to, you had some bad losses or something, I'm always here. Been there, done that. So here to talk to you guys if you guys need me. Always going to be here. But anyways, guys, enjoy your day. It's Monday. We're back at it. Had a long weekend. But we're ready to trade this week. And, we're starting off on a decent foot. Locked in some profits on Disney this morning. Maybe a little bit too early. But, the stock's flying and doing very well. So sold my puts that I sold last week and made like about $700, which is pretty nice. So, that's what we're focusing on this week, and that's what we are looking forward to in the future. So, guys, have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Enjoy your day. Bye.